Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Nelson Creek Farm. I'm Farmer Dave, and we're not exactly open yet, but I'm putting up the flag today. And if you look behind me, you will see a great big gray cloud coming. Yeah, that's some more of that snow coming up this way out of the state of California that they've been getting dumped on for the last couple of days. So, I got the flag up. That means I'm here at the farm today. That means some things are going to be getting done around here. Don't know how much just yet. I'm even going to do one thing I don't like to do while it's cold. But I'm running out of time before our May 20th opening for the 3 Mile Market. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday the 27th of February 2023. It is a beautiful 30 degrees outside. It looks like it is going to try to snow a little bit today. We're going to turn on the defrost, turn up the heat, and like I said, I got a project I need to get going on. I can't keep putting them off, or I'm running out of time. So, that said, on we go to our first one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is head out there to the field to move the gated pipe that runs right along through there. While I'm heading out to the field, I'm going to talk to you about a little housekeeping deal that I got going on. What I'm going to do is bend the pipe out from being in a straight line with the front end loader on this thing. Hopefully I don't break any of that 6-inch plastic gated pipe in the process, but I've got to get that pipe taken apart so that I can move all the tree limbs and junk and whatnot down to the other end of the farm. I'm probably and most likely am going to run out of time to get it done because of the weather and the in-town job. So I need to very carefully push this pipe and get it out of the way. Like I said, I really hate doing this to this pipe, especially this time of year. This plastic pipe is brittle enough as it is, let alone having it frozen to the ground. And some idiot guy trying to move it. Okay, that's about as far as I'm going to move that section for right at the minute. I have a gasket joint just to the right of the tractor here. Now the reason why I've got to move this and I need to take it apart is because I have to get that pipe out of the field so that my son and I and whoever else shows up with the old tractors can work this ground up and seed it down with some pasture grass. Now the reason why I'm moving this is if I move it out towards the field, the joint will come apart and I can take this apart in sections. These sections are 30 foot long. They have gates in them that slide open, and that is for irrigation water. For here at the farm where we row crop stuff, and we run the water down core gates in the field. So I'm trying to, as gingerly as I can, move it so it stretches out some. And if it does, then the joints will come apart and I can pick up the pieces later on. Now, for a little bit of housekeeping work also, it has come to my attention that the food vendor registration forms, some of them that we have sent out, are incorrect. I've had a computer glitch, and what has happened was I have too many YouTube videos stored in the memory system of my computer, and it is not capable of storing much more. So my computer, in its wonderful world of wisdom, has decided it needed to edit things that weren't being used. So it started to delete stuff. Well, one of the things it started taking apart was the vendor registration and stuff that I had set up in Nelson Creek Farm. So yeah, anybody watching this video that has gotten a food vendor registration, please contact me, let me know. Chances are it is not right, and yeah, we'll make it right with you. And the prices are lower actually than what's on the one you may have gotten. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I have to start hauling the trees down to the far end of the field here, where we're probably not going to be doing much of anything anytime soon. But yeah, I need to get this pipe pulled apart somewhere in here so I can start hauling all this stuff here behind me that you might be able to see down to the far end. What I'm trying to do is stretch the joints apart right there between the two sections of pipes, just gasketed. There's no mechanical fastener really per se other than the strength of the rubber gasket in there. Trying to get this bowed out enough to stretch it so that those joints will have room to come apart. And down here, right there, I've had one that's done it. Now, to keep this pipe from having too much strain on it, the section I'm not pulling out, I'm going to kind of put back where it was, so this plastic doesn't take a notion to crack and break because it's cold and frozen. So let's see if I can get, yep, there we go, that section's apart. So I'll just take it over here, stack it up with the other one. There's the original run, there's the piece I've pulled apart and moved, and right there's the apple finger. Anyway, that piece is the other side of that. I might end up pulling that one out. It's about half apart anyway from its neighboring pipe on further down. It's been so cold around here that I actually saw the neighbor lady's chickens lined up at the front door of KFC. Yes, I did. They were all waiting to get in there and have their turn at the deep fryer. This is where I wish I had a tree grapple for the front end of this thing. It would make doing what I'm going to be doing today a lot nicer for me, because then I'd get to stay in the cab where it's getting warm. Yeah, but as it is, I'm going to have to get out and chain onto these deals and drag them down yonder. These juniper trees right here are going to have to get moved. There's a pair of them laying there, and just over on that side, kind of in view, is the pole laying down there on the ground that was the master of the pole at the end of the garage that we took down. Okay, we're gonna get down here with the bucket, scoop under that a bit, and bump it. There, we bumped it, and we'll see it knocked it loose. I'll hit it again and lift it if I can. Yep, I have to get in there more square, I think. I don't think this bucket blade here behind me for the old farmhand loader that's over at my buddy Dale's place is going to let me. You know, there we go. Got it right where I want it. Okay, you can kind of see that pole there hanging off the bucket. I'm going to run that down a little bit. I don't need it banging into the grill of the tractor and busting that up. I've had to put the tractor into four-wheel drive. Not that it's the weight or anything, it's just the slickness that's going on out here. I don't have any traction to steer with and whatever, very little. So yeah, we got her in four-wheel drive, and we'll just keep going backwards. Yeah. Okay, there you can see the butt end of that pole right here by that right front tire swinging around, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going kind of slow. Let me drop it down a little bit there, let it skid a little bit. Trying to keep it away from the tire if at all possible. Yeah. Last thing I want to do is catch the butt end of that and have that thing right up the tire and into the hood and the engine and whatever. Okay, where we're going is down here to the far corner of the property, and we got that pole on the front end of the tractor they're dragging along behind it. Don't want to go fast in case I hang up on something and tear something apart or tip me over or whatever. So yeah, we're taking it easy heading that way. Well, that does it for the pole. It is down here pretty much in the corner of the field there, out of the way. And now to run back up to the other end, hook onto those two juniper or cedar trees and haul them down here. I'm about 100 yards to the barn up there, and you can see it's starting to really come down with it here at the snow. So I may be calling it quits here before too long, but I would like to get at least those two juniper trees that are laying down over there. Pardon the finger, this is rough out here. Yeah, I'd like to at least get them down there with that power pole today. I was chatting with my neighbor this morning that's a rancher, and he said our federal government is looking at banning round hay bales. I looked at him and I said, what, are you nuts? Why would they do that? And he said, apparently the cows aren't getting a square meal. Okay, we're chained on there, and we'll chain on here to the, we got that thing locked, that's all right. We'll chain on here, to the drawbar, and come back here, and hook that right there. That way it's short. Now, I don't know if you can see me or not, we're going to take this first one back down the other end of the field. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Oh, a little bit frozen to the ground, was it? Okay, good thing I had it in four-wheel drive, because here we go. And now for number 2. Yeah, here we go. In the process of filming today's video, the camera dropped off of one of the ceiling mounts because I didn't have it locked into place. It was just held on by the magnetic mount, and it landed on the Rode microphone receiver and broke the clip. That's really not the end of the Rode microphone setup. I'm going to actually just stick it right to the top of the housing because it's been sliding off and on of the Ulanzi housing that I have around the camera. So yeah, I'm just going to get some double-sided sticky tape, stick it on there permanent. Yeah. Now we'll kind of tidy up the pile a little bit just by pushing the second tree over to the first one. If it'll do it. Yeah, something kind of like that. And we'll back around here and grab this top bit of the tree and see about sliding it over a little bit too. Also, yeah, that way. Yeah, kind of like that. Alrighty. Hey, did y'all know that the inventor of suspenders just won the No Belt Prize? Yeah, I know. That one kept me in suspense too. What I'd really like to try to snag today is that great big huge chunk of willow tree trunk that's laying out in my side yard. Yeah, I'd like to get that eyesore out of the yard, so that's where I'm heading next to see if that can be done. Okay, what I'm wanting to do is roll that stump over so that that angled piece is on the downhill side. That will be the bottom of that stump when I go to pull it. So what I need to do is hook it up here, roll it back over towards me. Yeah, there's the hand. Oh, and it's ugly sisters. Anyway, yeah, we're going to get this thing rolled over here. So we're going to give this tractor a little bit of juice. Get the bucket up. I've already got it rolled over once. That's why the chain's hanging down. It's hanging over towards me because I did that. Yeah. And over it comes. Yeah, something kind of like that. Yeah, that'll make that easier to pull down to the other end of the place. At least I think it will, and that's what my game plan is. Yeah, so I'll go out, hook it up, and then we'll see about pulling it down to the far end of the place. Okay, what I've done now is I've got the chain hooked together on the ends down there and around here through the crotch of this big limb right here and around that one, and then I've gone down under here and back around to the butt end of the trunk, and we're going to hook the chain that's down here with another little short piece up here to that clevis. And I have to use a little bit of piece of 1/4 inch chain because the other 3/8 that was in the bucket, it got warm because of the exhaust blowing on the bucket, and all the ice that it was stuck to melted, and it's dropped off somewhere between here and the pile down at the far end of the field and where the junipers were. So not entirely too sure where that's at, but it'll turn up eventually. Okay, that 1/4 inch chain is doubled up. We're gonna take the slack out of it here right quick and see if we can't move that great big chunk of trunk. Yep, there we got it. It's solid and it's on. Okay, so now to pull it off the yard. Yippee, here we go. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you well. If you would, please subscribe. This is just the start of what's going to be going on here at the farm this year with projects coming up, and who knows what all else is going to happen this year. So anyway, if you would, subscribe right down there, the big red thing. I'd appreciate it. Thank you to all the new members. We got a few new subscribers to the channel. I appreciate it very much. And as always, leave a name or number or whatever. No, I'm kidding. Leave your comments and whatnot down below there in the box if you'd like to. And either that or just give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and let me know what you think of the videos that we're doing. So anyway, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you well from a very snowy southern Idaho where it's finally hit 35 degrees. Woo! We're having a heat wave, we're having a heat wave. Where's Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon? What the heck with them, I'll take the next door neighbor lady. Anyway, catch you later. Bye-bye now. I found a nice tree start, and Eureka! I found the other chain. It's a good day. Yeah.